Down by Malloy Road,
Way down.
down by Malloy Road,
Way down.
down by Malloy Road. No money for drone warfare.
Oh, no,
Down by Malloy Road, down by Malloy Road. 'Cause we ain't gonna study war no more. 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 Ain't gonna study war no more.
My name is Ed Canan, Syracuse native. I'm a member of Upstate Drone Action. I'm here because I learned that Hancock Air Base hosts the 174th Attack Wing of the New York State National Guard. And the way the New York State National Guard attacks, which of course by definition is an illegal, immoral mission, is to pilot MQ-9 Reaper drones over Afghanistan. And they've been doing that since 2010. Now, Afghanistan is like the poorest, most vulnerable nation in the world. And the drone is a unmanned robotic weapon used to kill human beings. And most of those human beings are outside any legitimate war zone. And I hesitate to use the word legitimate because I don't really believe there are legitimate war zones. So many of its victims are civilians, women and children, non-combatants. The drone destroys homes, destroys livestock, destroys human beings, kills and maims them. Perhaps more significantly, geopolitically, is that it terrorizes whole villages and regions, which of course leads to refugees and displaced people, both internally and externally. This is against international law, it's against the UN Charter, it's even against the US Constitution. Article 6 forbids US agents from violating international law. So the personnel on this base, presumably all of whom have sworn to defend the Constitution, so they're violating their oath of office. We come here to try to awaken the personnel on this base to the role they are playing in this killing machine. We want the killing to stop. We want the drones to be de-weaponized. We want to be able to feel some sort of pride in what happens with our tax money. Our tax money is being siphoned off for the war machine, for the corporations that make profit, and taken away from the building of schools, health care, the building of infrastructure. We all suffer because of it. Hopefully we can awaken not only people on the base, but also the public as it drives by to what's going on here at the base. We come in an entirely spirit of nonviolence. We've been coming here since 2010. We've done numerous such theater actions. Over 200 of us have been arrested. Many of us have gone to prison, to jail. We paid maximum fines. We have suffered for this cause. I think that's all I need to say right now.
Okay, good job. Thank you.
I'm Ann Tiffany. I'm with Upstate Drone Action. I feel the most patriotic thing we can do today is to resist the warmongering policies of our country, and particularly the weaponized drones. Our president has chosen to release drones to allow the CIA to fly weaponized drones now. It clearly is proliferating, and I would hope that our message will get out to the public. I believe in diplomacy as opposed to war.
My name is Dan Bergevin. I'm an artist. I did all these signs and banners and stuff. And basically, the action today is about who benefits from the war on terror. And here's your answer. These folks right here are the ones that lobby Washington and make millions upon millions of taxpayers' dollars, unchallenged contracts like Heriberto and other corporations make billions of dollars where our kids are slogging around the world through dangerous and unnecessary military action. And I think it's a travesty of justice. It's a travesty of justice for the people of Afghanistan who have no war against us at all. We're picking on the weakest, most tribal regions of the planet to attack because we won't get much feedback. I'll wager not a single Afghani has a drone to fire back at us, but the people who are manufacturing drones and the people who are manufacturing uniforms and the people who are manufacturing the war machine, as we learned in World War II, are making really, really, really big profits. And we get nothing for it except dead, cemeteries full of our children and less tax dollars. Half of every tax dollar in the United States goes to the Pentagon, the 38th largest consumer of fossil fuels on Earth. So it's a travesty of justice, and we're standing here stating that, and hopefully a drone pilot will come in, try and go to work flying a drone and see that his conscience will have been changed by what we're doing here. We can only hope.
My name is Bev Rice. I'm from New York City, and I'm here, and I will continue to be here as many times as the good people in upstate New York drone come out here and do as much as we can to stop this air base from sending these drones, killing innocent people. It's such a shame on our country, and we are so tremendously warlike. I'm beside myself with grief about what has happened to the United States.
My name is Ray Kramer. I live in Syracuse. I've been an active member of the Syracuse Peace Council for many, many, many years. And since its inception, Upstate Drone Action, I've been part of this. It's hard to find something else to say, to add, but one other point I'd like to make is I think it's critically important that the people of the United States and the people around the world know that the voice of the Trump administration and the Trump war machine is not the only voice in this country, and that there has always been, and I'm assuming always will be, a very vigorous peace and justice movement that makes the point that if we are truly a country of laws and abide by the rule of law, then how can we justify these drone attacks on countries that we are not at war against? Pakistan, Afghanistan, Yemen, Somalia, and others. How is it justified? And one has to ask the boring and predictable question, who benefits? The reason for the specific choices we made today with this demonstration are to show graphically and obviously that people are making money. There's another point that has recently come to the fore, and that is the advances of medicine are allowing us to save soldiers who clearly would have died in earlier wars. So what we are doing in some paradoxical, bizarre way is allowing people to live with a depth of hurt and pain and confusion. I have 2 grown sons, and the thought that they might be subject to the mindlessness and the carnal awfulness while these guys are making money, that just kind of sends me over the top. Thank you for filming this, and we're very appreciative.
My name is Mark Scabilia Carver. I'm from Trumansburg, New York, and I'm here with Upstate Drone Coalition in front of Hancock Base, standing with the representation of a $100,000 bill whose picture is Woodrow Wilson. That's supposed to be Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson was the president who got us into World War I after promising not to when he was running for election. He got elected partly on promising to keep us out of that war, but after he was elected, the economic interests were so powerful in this country, they changed his mind. And everyone saw that as an imperialist war and a profiteering war. Once again, as we see another president, Donald Trump, make further commitments to a war he had promised to keep us from, it's clear that corporate greed and profiteering is driving our wars. When our soldiers kill in such a war, the killing is unjust, which is murder by definition. Our soldiers who die in such a war, as those who did yesterday, die in vain.
I'm Julianne Oldfield from Syracuse, and I feel the killing by the use of weaponized drones is abhorrent. I feel this whole idea of killing, of dropping 500-pound bombs from drones above into areas where we're not even at war is totally abhorrent, is murder, and I feel compelled to stand here to show my opinion. I feel compelled to be here to make known what is happening, what our country is doing to other nations around the world. And I feel it is abhorrent.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. My name's Harry Murray, and I'm with St. Joseph's House, the Rochester Catholic Worker and Upstate Anti-Drone Coalition, and this will be my fourth time coming to the base to protest the way that the Air National Guard has turned upstate New York into a war zone, into a killing field, that human beings are being murdered by the MQ-9 Reaper drone controllers at this base, and coming to plead for the people on this base to come out and join us, because we're all victims of the system.
Hey, my name's Carol Baum, and I'm with the Syracuse Peace Council, among many other things in this day and age. And I'm very happy to be here in support of people who want to close the base, because this drone base here should be closed. It's illegal, it's immoral, and it's not practical. Every kind of reason that exists for something to be closed exists for this.
Ron Van Ostrand, also from the Peace Council, but as well as the Veterans for Peace, and as with Carol, many other organizations. I would repeat what Carol said about being here. In addition to that, as a veteran, I'm here in hopes of making some impression upon the soldiers inside the base, that to encourage some type of dialogue with them, so that they would come to grips with the life that they're leading right now, and be able to talk with someone about that. So,
Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Ken Fogarty. I'm from the town of Guilford in Shenango County, and I'm here at the Air Force Base in Syracuse because this is where the drones are targeting people all around the world. And listening to our wonderful President Trump's rant the other day at the UN, he told us that when a crazy person runs a country and when they're shooting rockets all around, they have to be stopped. Well, I reflected on what he said, and I decided that's exactly what I see here in this country. There's a crazy man on top, and these drones are attacking innocent people all around the world. So I feel it's my patriotic and moral responsibility to be here and protest this madness that's on our doorstep. And I'm so proud of all the people that have come here today, and including those, of course, who put their lives on the line. They're getting arrested. And the theme is rich man's war, poor people's blood. So it's a constant theme. Whenever there's a war, the 1% gets greedy, distracts us from other social service restrictions that are happening, and tries to focus on a foreign enemy. The latest one being North Korea. On the list must be China. And of course, there's the Russian thing. So it's just mindless. It's continuous war as we deplete the treasury and deny people necessary social services. So I'm here for peace and for rationality and sanity, not madness.
I'm Tom Joyce with the Ithaca Catholic Worker, and I am here because of all the innocent people who are killed by the drones in many countries around the world. And I would hope that if the situation were reversed and our country was being attacked, that someone in the attacking countries would stand up and protest what their country is doing. So that's what I'm here for. And I had a conversation with the lieutenant from the sheriffs who was giving the warning to people blocking the road there. And we were encouraging him to investigate the crimes going on inside the base, as we would hope a police officer would do. And so we had that conversation. He said he didn't have the authority to do that, and we said we thought that he does have that authority. And so that kind of ended the dialogue there. But I think it's great that we're here to try and point out the illegal wars that are going on around the world.
So my name is John Amadon, and I reside in Albany, New York. I am a member of Veterans for Peace. I worship with the Quakers, and I participate in with the Interfaith Alliance of New York State and other groups. I'm here today, which is the essential question. Really, Rumi, the poet Rumi offered that love is the bridge to everywhere, and I'm here out of love. I'm here out of concern for my brothers and sisters who are operating the drones and killing, and they have that terrible burden on their souls. I'm here because I want the killing to stop, the women and children in the Middle Eastern countries, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Iraq and other countries, Yemen. I'm here because I have a responsibility, both as a citizen, a civic responsibility, and a moral responsibility to speak out against killing of innocent people. And we can't solve our problems by killing each other. It hasn't worked in the past. It isn't going to work in the future. We have to step through the door of fear, and if you go through the door of fear, you'll find yourself embracing love. And if you want to be close to your friends and your family and your community, you have to embrace love. Fear keeps you separated. You have to be vulnerable. America was never a country that was afraid until now. What has happened? So that's why I'm here today.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name's Dave Cashmere. I'm with Veterans for Peace and Upstate Drone Action. Just want to reiterate what John Amadon said. War is wrong, killing is wrong, and the 174th Attack Wing is complicit right now, as you're taping this, in the wars overseas. It's a forward operating base. They fly active missions, plus they train new operators, pilots, whatever, for the drone war. And now that Trump has relaxed the rules which is going to cause indiscriminate killing, basically a free fire zone overseas. So we need to end this and end this now. That's why I'm out here, to voice my displeasure with the policy of the United States government. We need diplomacy, not war. Thank you.
I think what we have here are two different approaches, and they're somewhat contradictory. But I think we both want to keep the peace.
Absolutely.
Which we, on our side, we certainly will. There's no question about that.
No, I understand that. I've never had an issue with that. I'm looking for this. We're going to give a warning at some point. There's going to be a number of people that are going to walk across the street, and there's going to be a number of people that aren't. If you can give me an idea how many aren't? I'd appreciate
I think
it.
we can't, just because we don't know each person's thinking and what they're going to decide at that moment. You know.
Well, I guess if we gave you a certain amount of time, is this going to, if I didn't make an arrest today and gave you enough time, is that there?
All day?
Well,
I'm asking.
Well, no.
I don't have the answer. We're a group we're non-hierarchical.
How about you, Ed? If I say how much time, then what would you need?
I think I'll stay here as long as our other friends stay here.
Okay.
And as long as these guys are
I'm
flying
down here
drones.
now, and I'm requesting you guys to get off our property.
Uh-huh.
I need you guys to leave.
We're requesting you to put down your drone weapons.
Okay. So you guys are not going to leave?
You're trespassing on other people's property.
You're not going to leave?
With your drones.
Right. Okay.
And we're on Onondaga Nation
We'll get the
territory, really.
We'll get the video recorded. We'll make
Yep.
the announcement.
All right.
That way.
Got it.
All right. Thank
Yep.
you. Thanks, Ed.
Oh, Sergeant, come back.
No money for war machine.
Way
Down by Malloy Road.
way down.
Down by Malloy Road.
Way
Down by Malloy Road. No money for drone warfare.
Oh no, down by Malloy Road.
Down by Malloy Road. 'Cause we ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more.
Say again, by direction of the commander of the 174th Attack Wing,
Arms race.
Hancock Field, Air National Guard Base, you are hereby ordered to disperse from Hancock Field, Air National Guard Base. If you fail to immediately comply with this order, law enforcement authorities will be contacted and you will be subject to arrest.
If the children of the world could dwell together in peace, what a goodly thing. If the children of the world could dwell together in peace, what a goodly thing. If the children of the world could dwell together in.
No money for war machine.
Way down.
Down by Malloy Road.
Way down.
Down by Malloy Road.
Way down.
Down by Malloy Road. No money for drone warfare.
Oh no, down by Malloy Road.
'Cause we ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study